Alright guys, welcome back once again. Welcome to Nikshala. First of all, my company J&M Education is now rebranded to Nikshala. So this is a new YouTube channel. Make sure that you watch this video till the end to get all the information.
So before I proceed from here on, you need two things to study abroad. First is admission letter. Second is you need a visa. Actually, you know what? I put that. So I need to show you two things. Alright, so begin with this. You know what, the other day somebody messaged me on Instagram saying that, hey, why do you write down everything on a piece of paper and present it? I have two answers to that, like 2 points. I feel that when I show you, when I show you something like this is not a printed material, okay? I have put my time and effort to write this down and people can see that, you can relate to that. Alright, this is not something which I just printed and I'm showing it to you. Second thing, the reason I write it down is I'm a visual learner. When I write it down something, I can remember and it helps me to make you guys understand, and I can totally understand that on the other hand side also, when you're watching this, we learn faster when we see something. That's why I write it down. Again, there are a lot of distractions in life. We have a busy life. I don't want you to forget my content just because of that, so that it remains at least 2%. Alright, let's talk about the content on this piece of paper. I already told you, you need admission and then you need a visa. So in Germany's case, if you want visa, there's a pre-requirement that you need to show them that you have a sufficient funds to survive in Germany. Alright, it's a requirement along with other list of documents. That's another video altogether. But today I'm going to be more talking in depth about block account. If you don't want to watch, actually, you know what? I showed you the other piece of paper, right? Just in case I don't want to miss out on any points. So I wrote down what is block account, why do you need it, where can you get it done, who needs it, when you should have that, and how can you get that. Ultimately, when you answer all these questions, you go for visa, right? That's how I thought that that'll be the easiest way I can explain you guys. Now to begin with, first question, what is block account? Block account is something which you need to show to German authorities when you're applying for visa, whether it's a student visa or whether it's a job search visa. Alright, you need to show them that you have enough money to survive in this country. You don't go homeless. You should be able to pay your bills on time. You should be able to pay for your food, etc, etc, whatever your expenses are. So it covers, you have money which has been blocked. In your case, it'll be 8,640 euros. In my time, it was 8,000. Now they have increased from 8,000 to 8,640 euros, which is roughly about, if I divide it, by the way, block account goes for straight 1 year. So 12 months divided by 8,640, which is actually 720 for a month. Second question is, why do you need block account? To get your visa. Also to pay your bills here. Unlike other countries, I don't know how it works in other countries, whether you need to show funds in advance or you can use your personal account. I really don't know, but in Germany you need to show this. That's why. So two reasons: you need a visa, that's why you need it. Otherwise you need to pay your bills. That's how it works out here. Where can you get this block account done? In case of India, you can go to Deutsche Bank or Kotak Mahindra Bank, or straight away go to the embassy or consulate, whichever is the nearest to you. Fourth question is, who needs it? People who are applying for student visa, you will be asked in the embassy, provide a proof that you have enough funds. I'm going to walk over the process of how do you get that thing done. Fifth question is, when do you need this, or when you should start doing all those things? You should give at least 30 days. So imagine you have already got an admission, now you're preparing for visa, give 30 days. Make sure that simultaneously when you're collecting other documents, you give enough time to block account, because some things are in your hand and a lot of things are in the bank's hand. Alright, the paper all the way comes from India to Germany, and then Germany confirms it back, etc, etc. So give 30 days, that's the exact time period. Now in a lot of cases, some people will be like, okay, it took me 10 days, 15 days, 20 days. I'm just telling you, just be on the safe side. Do not risk it, because sometimes it has happened that last moment people got visas very late and then they rush for this. Alright, so make sure that you sort out things beforehand. Don't frustrate yourself. Sixth part is, this is the interesting part. How do you get your block account done? As I already told you, you can get it from bank, you can get it from consulate. I'm going to first explain you with the bank part. Now, just to make everything simple, what I did is I have made a flowchart so that it's easy to consume the information. Block account, what I want you to take care of is keep this in back of your mind. Your ultimate goal of block account is to open a block account in Germany. You can use two areas to get your block account done. One by going to bank or by going to German embassy or German consulate. On the right hand side I've written both the objective is to get your block account in Germany with money. You can go with either of them. When you talk about banks, there are two banks which are getting your work done. One is Deutsche Bank, one is Kotak Mahindra. Now this was sort of a skeleton of the whole process, okay? Now let's put a mass on top of it. Let me put everything in a stepwise so that it's easy. So step number one is, what I want you to do is, if you're looking out to get your block account done, is to look out for Deutsche Bank in your city. Step number two is go to that Deutsche Bank with your admission letter, passport, photo and 50 to 1 lakh rupees. Now that money can be either transferred with your bank account, your personal bank account, or take a check along with you. Step number three is, this is where everything gets cluttered, right? Pay close attention. Imagine you're already in a bank now, you searched it, you have a document now, and now you're standing in a bank. Look out for people who are responsible for block account. Sit with them, enjoy the hospitality if they're going to treat you really better. Now here's the thing, what I told you when I started just now is your goal is to start an account in Germany, but everything comes with a price. Okay, why would any bank open your international account with not having anything for themselves, right? So when you go to Deutsche Bank, I don't know much about Kotak Mahindra, but when you go to Deutsche Bank, they will make you open two accounts. One in Indian Deutsche Bank account, one in Deutsche Bank in Germany. Well, you need the second one, but they make you open this because that's how they make their money also. Alright? Now, once you sit there with the person, this person will ask you a few questions and then the conversation will proceed like this. So, alright, so you're going to this city, you're going to study this, etc, etc, and then the person will say, alright, here's a form, we want you to fill it out. So we're going to open your account in India first, and then simultaneously, while your account is getting opened in India, we'll open your account in Germany also. There is a single account holder, there is a joint account holder. These are the two types of accounts what I know, but there are multiple others also. So if I talk specifics of single account holder, if I'm the only guy, I'm like, okay, I don't want any of my parents to be involved, I just want me as an account holder. So being an account holder, again, both single and joint comes with their advantages and disadvantages. Now, to tell you, advantages could be when you go with single, there are different categorizations of card, what you take, the debit cards, right? Either you can be in a gold, platinum, or I don't know what not there are. So if you say, okay, I don't want any limit, like the minimum limit in my account for being a single, then bank will actually ask you to buy an insurance. So when you buy an insurance, they will actually touch on those emotional points, saying that, okay, so once you're in foreign, here the insurance companies will take care of your mom, dad, they will do a regular checkup, etc, etc. So on the other hand, when you go with joint account, they again come with their advantages and disadvantages. Advantages, they give you two debit cards. Both the person, you and your parent, either your dad or mom, can handle the account no matter where they are. Now the disadvantage, what I see is that 50,000 to 1 lakh rupees, what I told you, they come with the minimum requirement. You have to keep 50,000 in the account. Okay, that's a shit part, I know. So one of my friend, couple of months back, actually he came to Germany, and then what I learned from him is he did not knew that there's a rule like this, that he cannot withdraw that money which is kept in Indian Deutsche Bank, which is of no use, right? He thought, okay, he's going to remove that, and he removed that. He was fined with 1,300 rupees. So he had to put that back. Otherwise, every month he'll have to pay 1,300 rupees. So take care of all these things. Now, when you have done choosing what kind of account you want to open, second part comes in. What bank will try to push on you is travel insurance. just in case if you don't know, when you travel to Germany or anywhere, you need a travel insurance, okay? Let me tell you, you need only travel insurance for 3 months because you're gonna have your own insurance when you come in this country. They will try to push this 6 months of scheme or 9 months of scheme. That's just stupid. Do not buy all that. Don't fall for that. So yeah, so what happens after you have given that 1,50,000 rupees, whatever the bank guy asks you, and sign a lot of papers? The fourth step is, again in the same process, the person will ask you to fill out a form which can be sent to Germany so that you can open an account here. You don't have to do anything, bank guy will do that for you. Now it again comes with a price which is 150 euros. Make sure you take care of the exchange rate. How much are you getting charged for? Now at the beginning of this video I told you that the block amount is 8,640. Now does this 8,640 plus 150 euros is a part of it, or how they're going to deduct? You'll have to check with them. Fifth step is you'll have to wait for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, whichever address you have put on that application letter, whatever you have signed and filled it and given to them 2 weeks before, it will come on your address, and you'll have your debit card, your check, all your papers which says that you have an account opened in Indian Deutsche Bank. Once you have that, simultaneously they will also send you that, hey, you have opened an account in Germany also. So now, as a part of sixth step, what you got to do is you got to go back to the bank, meet the same person with 8,640 euro in cash, or whatever way you want to give it to them. You have to hand it over to them. They will transfer that money to German Deutsche Bank. All right, so the last step is you will have to wait for the confirmation from Germany's Deutsche Bank. Where does it happen? It happens in Hamburg. Hamburg's Deutsche Bank takes care of all this student block account. All right, they will send you confirmation through email or whatever option you have chosen, whether it's address, so they'll send you a letter or through an email. Make sure that you fill out all the information very accurately. So this is the general process. All right, what is the learning out of it is make sure that you're not getting trapped with their schemes, their insurances. They will also throw an option of investment, because your 1 lakh or 50,000 is sitting in that account, right? That's the minimum account. Again, here's the thing, if they ask you to put 1 lakh, so 50,000 is something which is must. But what about the rest 50,000? So that 50,000, they will again try to sell you a scheme like, oh, if you invest in this government scheme, you're going to get this much, etc., etc. They have a very well planned scheme. Do not fall for something like this. This is just a quick suggestion for you, 3 points. So I would request you to have extra money in your account, in your block account, not just 8,640, because when you come to Germany, when you start your studies here, they would ask you to pay some administration fees, which is around like 200 to 300 euros semester ticket. So every semester you'll have to pay a certain amount. Now if you calculate straight, which is like 720 a month, your total is 8,640, right? So how are you going to manage other charges? How are you going to manage other expenses? That's important. So keep that in mind. Other point is, imagine in 1 year, you plan to go back to home. Either you'll have to ask your parents to book a ticket, because you can't do that. If you do that, your whole budget is going to be shaky. So have some extra money for tickets also if you want to go back to home country within 1 year. Third point is only for people who are taking education loan. Get in touch with your university, ask them everything, all the breakdowns on a piece of paper, how much is extra, etc., etc. Once you have that on a sheet of paper, it will be really helpful for you to get your loan sanctioned accordingly, not just 8,640 plus your tuition fees plus all these extra small charges. So yeah, there was just a quick 3 suggestions. Alright, so proceeding from here on, I'm going to be talking about how can you get your blocked account done from German embassy or German consulate. So as soon as you've got your admission, what you have to do is, in fact, if you have some time and if you're sure of you getting an admission in some university, write an email to German consulate for an appointment, okay, or German embassy for an appointment. This is step number 1. Step number 2 is I want you to print out a bank application form which I'm going to put it in the description if you just want to have a look at it, and copy of your passport. So these two things, get it prepared. Third step is to fill out that form, the Deutsche Bank application form. Now make sure you do not do a signature, you do not write your date, and you do not write a place. There is a bracket for that. Keep these three things empty because you'll have to fill it up in front of person in consulate or in embassy. Step number 4 is get your document file ready. In this file you should have that bank application form. You should have 30 euros, which is in your currency. If it's in India, it should be Indian rupees. 30 euros, check for the conversion price. You should have a copy of your passport and original with you. You should have your original PAN card with you. You should have a letter for appointment, what you have fixed an appointment, and somebody from consulate responded you back with the date and the time. So you should have 2 passport size photo along with the admission letter what you've got from university. So all these 7 documents actually you need, take them and put it in a file, and then go on the date of appointment to consulate or embassy. Alright, person from consulate will actually verify it. They're going to attest everything. Finally, after that, once you have collected all that file, get it attested, etc., all that work is done in embassy or consulate, they're going to courier that file to Deutsche Bank in Germany. Alright, they will reply you back with your account details. They will say that okay, your account is open now, this is your IBAN, this is your bank statement, this is your BIC code, etc., etc., all the details. Either it will be sent to you across through letter or through email. So make sure that you keep checking your mail within a week to 2 weeks time. And once you have that, of course, you're going to get your visa then, because that's one of the requirements for visa. Alright guys, so I've already explained to you how do you proceed with bank and how do you proceed with embassy. If you still have any doubt, get in touch. I'll be happy to solve that. And also, if somebody who has a suggestion for me, I'll be happy to take that. Write it down in the comment section. Also, I'm coming up with a lot of super effective videos for people who are in India or people who are back home and want to come to Germany. Keep checking, there'll be videos coming out very often now. Alright, if you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up button, because that's how I'll get to know that you really like this video and this video is going to be helpful for you in future, if not now. And hope to see you guys next time. Peace out.